got us a team 1 together with ours, Arcano. Arcano? Did I get it right? Oh, it looks like it is Arcano. Got us a Chevy on a Levy. Holy, we got us a Soul, and it looks like it's going to be huge. Button first up versus the Evoker. Getting breathed on pretty hard right now. He's going on himself. The breathing, the deep breathing. Gotta be a Disintegrate. Also gonna be an intro by Huge. Trying to see if he can maybe turn around. As Sarah Y getting knocked up in the open. Trying to go for a bit of Eternity Surge. Eternity Surge does connect with Huge as it drops down a healing totem. Trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Samurai trying to see if he can stay on him as best possible. Using that mobility without hover, but looking for a little bit of a self-heal. Trying to go for a big Disintegrate. Root onto Huge. Trying to see if he can avoid the frosty damage. Ice Fury is gonna come out unless I have an intro. Gonna be a wall for Huge. Big breath by Sarah Y does get quite a bit of damage over time onto Huge. Well, looks like Fenton Suit around the corner, trying to see if he can avoid as best as he can. Definitely needs to go for self-heals. Using that hover in order to give yourself movement while casting. Trying to land aside Huge is actually a pretty big play. Huge play, in fact. Shatter, potentially big damage by Sarah. Trying to go for big crits. Huge could be in big trouble. Disintegrate just burning him down. Looking for a bit of recovery. Huge also looking for recovery while in Ghostful. Gonna be a flash cut. Does go for a quick interrupt. Breath, I think maybe did not connect. Lasso is gonna be able to burn through a shield fairly quickly. Huge, now will be the time to make a big play. Earth Shock knocking the Gecko right out in the open. Gonna be an interrupt on that Hex. Deep breath by Sarah Y. Looking to reposition. Got himself a bit of that Shroud, so at least the CC will not be able to stop you. Interrupt still can. You still can get interrupted on a cast spell. Gonna be Sarah Y trying to stay aggressive. Interrupted on fire. Stun to follow with a lasso. It is the R, but it's gonna be a trinket out of Sarah Y immediately. Root onto Huge. Trying to see if it can control him the best possible. And we're seeing the Evoker self-healing and survivability. I think it's looking improved. They did buff their self-healing and survivability a while back in the beta, and now they're no longer have that dampening thing. It looks like the survivability is big. Big blast, Disintegrate, needs to find a stop for it. Does go for a stop. Living Flame may end them. Oh my god, Sarah Y does end up taking him down. That was a close one at that point. There's only so much you can do. Maybe grounding totem, but I think might have been interrupted at the end there. Chevy gonna be up next as a two-handed Unholy Death Knight. For some reason I was thinking Frost. Gonna be quick interrupt by Sarah Y, trying to make sure the flash cut doesn't get to its full value. Looking to burn down Chevy. Chevy with an interrupt. Gonna be a sleepwalk, sleeping time, but it's gonna be, I think, an AMS by the Death Knight. It is an AMS. Stun to Sarah Y, maybe in a bit of trouble. Definitely needs to find an escape out of this one. I don't know what he can really do. Trying to go for the green magic in order to self-heal. Main to use the ability of hover in order to break away. Trying to go for the big deep breath in order to just create some distance. Nullifying Shroud. Got him some wall. Cannot be interrupted. Sleep onto Chevy. Looking for a bit of recovery. Trying to go for self-heal. Knocking him back, but he can't really go anywhere. Flash cut to follow up next. No interrupt. Actually, Sarah Y could potentially go for a lot of recovery. No interrupts available. Actually, the Living Flame is perfect. Eternity Surge just get interrupted on Bloom. I think interrupted on Bloom may not be that bad. Big down onto Chevy. Looking to maybe burn down Disintegrate. Sleepwalk yet again. Living Flame for self-heal. That Living Flame self-heal is huge. Disintegrate yoinked in, and that could be a potential interrupt out of the Death Knight. Just to go for it. AMS up for Chevy. Just trying to see if he can cover himself from the magic damage. As Sarah Y looking to break out of it as soon as possible. Trying to create some distance. Root onto the Death Knight as he does go empowering the pet. Stun. Barely can reach Sarah Y, but he's close enough. I think able to clone shadows at him. Looks like Living Flame for self-heal with a sleepwalk onto the Death Knight. Unless you have a Lichborn, you can't really stop it. Trinkets out of it. It's going to be Death back on top of it as well. Is Sarah Y can potentially make some distance. Able to make some distance. Not trying to get aggressive. If you are playing at the 25-yard range, there's only so much you can really do. And Sarah Y using deep breath in order to reposition entirely. I think they want to fly by Chevy. Trying to go for a bit of a green magic self-heal. Looking to maybe get interrupted. Going to be Chevy, I think, break it out of that CC. Big damage on Sarah Y. Chevy could be in big trouble. Does Sarah Y take him down? Going to be, oh, the interrupt by the pet. Stopped him. Tried to go for a nullified try to last second. But that's a tough one. Fassel gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can burn him down. Gonna be a quick X also to Chevy. That's it. I'm taking down right here. Soul Rob, but it's gonna be no AMS. So it looks like Soul Rob did get a full value. Fassel got himself the full set of pets, full charm, Mortical, everything fell Lord around the corner. Chevy could be in big trouble. Doesn't matter, just get overpowered by the army of the demons. Oh, he's trying to see if he can fight right through him. Got himself a little bit of death quells. Death strikes. Lots of runic power. The tyrant makes his way around the corner. It's gonna be Fellord. Does not let you cut the corner at all. Oh, looks like Fellord sleeping on the job, but it's still surrounded by the pets. Still not out of the woods just yet. The physical damage just goes through. It's spell warding so quickly. It's gonna go for a quick interrupt. Fassel locked down and stun. This was Chevy trying to make a big play, but it's gonna be stun with Chevy. His pet is doing work though. And the Death Knight could still be in trouble, trying to see if it can maybe overpower the Warlock wall with a fear. The Unstoppable, the Warlock does get himself some big damage out on Chevy, just looking for Shadow Bolts. Big Demon Doggers, they're charging in. Chevy's still in trouble, looking for them Death Strikes. Interrupt on the Facile. It's going to be Dark back. AMS going back up on the nick of time, but still physical damage is burning right through those absorbs of the shields. And Facile trying to see if he can maybe reposition away from Chevy, but the man may just go down either way though. Gonna be dropping down a dome real quickly. Soul robbed by Facile. Stun onto Chevy. There's gonna be an interrupt onto the Shadow Bolt. Facile could be in big trouble right here. Looks like Chevy does burn a Dark Pact in order to try to stay aggressive versus the Warlock. Drain to follow, a stun onto Facile, may be in trouble unless he got summoned. Gonna be the better power. Looks like Chevy does end up taking him down. This Unholy Death Knight is relentless. Got himself full bar runic power. And Kreisbad is going to try to see if he can pressure him. I don't think he could really beat Kreisbad with his one-shotty combo wombo here. But he's going to definitely give it a go. Trying to go for Incinerate. Does he get to? Big Incinerate? Oh, not even a chance. The lower the target is when you hit him with a Decimator Bolt, the bigger the snapshot is for that Incinerate damage. Arciano, I don't know how to say your name at all. Arc is going to be up next, trying to go for a bit of a Hex versus Kreisbad. Going to go for a Mortal Coil with a Trinket that I like the last to stop him in place for just a second. Kreisbad still holding on to that Fleshcraft shield and has Dark Pact getting used to, but that totem may actually just keep him trapped up in place. Is going to end up conflicting down. That's going to be Infernal. Actually adding in some extra burn damage towards Arciano. Is going to go for a Warlock game and try to see if he can escape. Oh, the big cannonball from the portal is still going to connect either way though. Look at that thing go. Decimate Boulder around the corner. Grice isn't going to be able to get that snapshot damage onto Arc. All he can really do is drop down a grounding, but he doesn't have a grounding for Kreisbad for a while. If Kreisbad gets in instant cast, he's going to be a goner. Oh my god, just burn him. I don't even see that Incinerate leave his hands. Honestly. Gotta be Soul. Try to see if he can take down Kreis with a Mortal Coil. Fear to Fall. Got himself a Decimator Bolt. Is he also? Oh no, he's a Demonology. But does Kreisbad still have Incinerates? If he still has Instant Cast Incinerate, it could still be deadly for Soul. Because all these pets are actually going to end up proccing out that Incinerate. Does he have the Instant Cast? Potentially, I think trying to see if he can set up another Decimator Bolt off of the pet. Looks like potentially he's able to. Trying to see if he can go for a Rain of Fire. Soul could be in trouble. Kreisbad is bleeding out profusely to all these pets though. Fleshcraft on the corner. No way to really potentially interrupt it. Big Incinerate just burned through that Felguard in a single sweep. Gonna be Demon Dogger sent 10, and now Soul does not have the Felguard. Incinerate is gonna hit him once. Does he have a second one to follow? Looks like no more instant cast, but them portals are just gonna end up taking down Soul. Not much you can do about it. Kreisbad is just a walking machine of unkillable power. The Holy Saya gonna try to see if he can take him down. Gonna be a bubble for Holy. Kreisbad could still be in a bit of trouble. Actually, Holy could be in trouble. Holy needs to use that bubble with wings as well as a stun in order to make sure you got the best damage on Kreisbad. Full blind. Big judgments. Fear by Kreis does get hit with a rebuke. Stun to follow as the succubus comes out. Trinket to follow. Does he take down Kreisbad? He needs to do it right here. He can do it. Judgment. Oh, and Kreisbad. He tried to take the board, but the only thing that ended the day is the corpse of a man that once was. That's all he does to take him down. Someone had to do it, and a paladin with a bubble is the only man that can. That's the only way you beat a Desert Warlock right now. You just have to have a class with a stronger burst combo than they do. Big alien blast by Sham. Trying to go for a stun, but I think Sham might have had a grounding total for that one. Holy, trying to get himself some resources. Like the last time, I think it may be over. Man, that little blast with that high dipping. Wait, hold on. This, oh, there you go. I was going to say for a second, like, there's no way you're going to let that man escape. Let's go for another one, boys. Yeah, let's get another one up and running. Cries. My goodness, Shammy, by the way, well done. Well done on that Holy Death Knight.